Hey guys, who's out 123, aka John here. Welcome to episode number 17 of the Milan Career Mode. And this, guys, is the first episode of season 2. We finished season 1 yesterday, won the league thanks to that win against Cagliari on the final day of the season. Now we look to advance our series here by starting the second season with the Italian giants Milan. These are our objectives that we've got for this season. Continental success. Obviously, now we're in the Champions League following our win of us winning the league last year, and we have to reach the semi-final. And that's funny because I think at the start of the series we were given a continental goal of reach the semi-finals of the Champions League within 3 seasons. Well, that's our objective for our second season, which is a bit odd. And also, they want us to win the league and reach the quarterfinals of the National Cup, which we failed to do last year. We were beaten in the round of 16 by Atalanta, the very first team we played. Anyway, we see here that Andrea Polli has left the club to go to Southampton at the end of his contract, and we've got two new guys in. Paul Georgian Tepp, who signed from Stade Rennais, and also, as we'll see in a second, Federico Cartabia, whom we signed from Valencia. Both of which coming in for free, and I'm happy with those acquisitions. Cartabia, as you can see, can play on either side of the midfield or at cam. That's how we're mainly going to utilise him, and also look at the squad report in general as we start our second season with the club. See how the players are and how much the squad's improved since last year. And to be honest, I like the squad, but I think there's too much deadwood in it. Honestly, there's a lot of deadwood in the squad. A lot of players last year were out on loan. One of the main ones that probably the players that are on loan, of the ones that are going to be used, those are probably Jose Mauri and then Hashim Astor. But even then, that's a bit contestable, because what do you guys think we should do regarding Hashim Astor? Because he's 71 overall right now, as playing at cam. I currently have him on my backup side, as this is the first time. This is the first team. As you see here, I've switched to a 4-1-2-1-2 or a 4-4-2 diamond formation, with Baloshi and Baka as a front two, and this is the backup side as well. You see Mastor at cam, or at least Mastor should be a cam. If he's not right now, I added him to it later. And he's 5-star skills, obviously, 81 potential. Now currently he has a potential of 77, but on the database I'm using, he has 81 potential. It says showing great potential, so I wasn't sure if it was 81 or 79, but given that it says showing great potential, it would be 81 based on that. So I'm training him here, as you see, because he's 71 overall at the age of 19, a 5-star skiller, as I mentioned before. And I think I might just be able to use him in some games, even if Milan reckon in real life that he's not really that good, which is why they've shipped him out on loan to Pekasvola. And as you see, we are going in for this Polish striker, Arkadiusz Milik from Napoli. We put in a bid of £22.5 million there after they rejected our initial bid, which included Luis Adriano in the deal. And you see, we simulated our first preseason game there with the new look lineup, the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. We beat Leicester City 4-0. And a bid comes in here from RB Leipzig from Gianluigi Donnarumma, and we tell the German MK Dons no, and has the same thing as what we say to Frankfurt, who come in for Stefanik there. We do accept this offer, though, of €4.1 million from Hellas Verona for our unwanted striker Lapadula. And speaking of strikers, Napoli coming to us regarding Milik, saying they have a €44 million price tag for the Polish striker. I bump up the bid to £27.5 million, or I keep saying pounds, euros, and see what they say to that. And now we have our second preseason game against Ajax, and Ajax do win that 1-0 against the first team. And following that, some more player training here for Pino and Mastor, both of which 71 overall now. Both 5-star skillers as well. And as you see here, Lapadula has been sold to Hellas Verona. And again, Napoli reject our offer with, again, the price tag quoted being €44 million. We offer them 35 and see what they say to that. And then we have our third preseason game, final in the group stage against Bremen. We do play the backup side in this game, as you see by the players being used, including Hashim Astor, and we do in 4-1, and we do get some prize money from that. As you see, though, Chelsea come in with a €30 million bid for Andrea Baloshi, which we automatically reject, and Napoli come back to us and say, yes, you can take Arkadiusz Milik for €35 million. So we offer him a contract following that. This will take up the bulk of our budget, but really I'm not sure what other areas have to strengthen. We were the weakest attack of the top 5 teams in Serie A last season, whereas we had the best defence in the entire league. So I think if there's one area I have to strengthen, it's the attack. And with Bacca, he's only gonna go down from here. He went down one last season from 84 to 83, whereas Belotti's gone up a few. And the same will happen with Milik because he's only 23 years old. And as you see, he's exited his contract and he joins us for 14 million euros. And following this player training session, we'll have a look at his stats as Hashima Store goes up to 72 overall. And as we look here at Arkadiusz Milik, 35 million euros from Napoli, Polish striker, 6'1" actually, 81 overall, 23 years old. Not the best skill moves, but definitely does have the finishing to match and or finishing to complement that, or is what I should say, I suppose. We also reject that bid there for Bonaventura from Napoli. And this game we do play because it is against Ajax in the final of the preseason tournament. I did show you just a second ago the Besiktas game, which was the semi-final. Anyway, into this final then. Hakim Ziyech would pull the ball back into the middle there for Ajax. It would be blocked but headed into the back of the net by Daily Sinkgraven as the young, or not even Sinkgraven, it's actually Kasper Dolberg, one of the best young strikers in the game, and the Danish striker heads the ball into the empty net. No chance for Donnarumma there, and we 1-0, and as would it be at half-time as well. Then to the second half, Paul George and Tepp would pick up the ball here, turn it onto his right foot. He would play in Arkadiusz Milik, who have the shot saved by Onana, the Ajax goalkeeper, and would be put behind for a corner by the Ajax defender there. That's a very good opportunity. Milik, on his debut with the left-footed shot, on his preferred left foot as well, saved by the Ajax goalkeeper, unfortunately though. Then Antonelli would pick up the ball here, turn inside, pass the ball inside towards Matteo Chilio, and our fullback is fouled, and a penalty is given, following the foul from Viergever there, and a penalty is awarded, so we have a chance to equalise against the Dutch side here at Old Trafford in the final of the preseason tournament, as Chilio is unfairly impeded there, and Milik is the one that steps up to take it, preferred left foot as well, but he strikes the post with it, unfortunately, so we stay behind against Ajax. But then following that, Cartavia would find Entep, the two new signings linking up to another new signing, Milik, who would pick up the ball and stroke it into the back of the net with the left foot to make it Milan 1, Ajax 1, as we equalise here against the Dutch side. Wearing the number 9 shirt following the departure of Lapadula, Entep here turns onto his right foot, the number 17, calmly glides the ball in towards Milik, and he strokes the ball, just past it into the net, past Onana, the Ajax goalkeeper, just clear, soft as you like, from the Polish striker, and it is 1-1. Then Bonaventura would pick out Mbanyang here off the bench. He would turn side to his right foot, shoot. It would be saved by Onana though, and put behind eventually. And then following this free kick, Romagnoli would find Antonelli, who would find David Pino off the bench. He would cut inside with the scoop turn, play in Carlos Bacca, who would be fouled again, and another penalty given by the referee, as we have a chance to win the game late on, following the foul on Carlos Bacca there. He is taken down there by Deeks, who, funnily enough, did score the winner for Ajax in the group game when we were beaten by them. And who would be stepping up to take it? Well, Carlos Bacca, that's who, as he steps up and strokes it home, calmly with the right foot, to make it Milan 2, Ajax 1, to surely win us the final of the European International Cup in the final few minutes, as our top scorer from last season comes off the bench, takes this penalty in the absence of Milik, who had gone off at that point, and powers the ball past Onana, opposite side from where Milik went, but this time doesn't hit the post, and we would go on to win the preseason tournament as well. Just as you see the celebrations here, I sped this up because it's not quite too important, but we do win Milan 2, Ajax 1, as we get our first piece of silverware of the season. Not the biggest piece of silverware that we could win, but we do win the European International Cup and the preseason tournament. The standing captain Daniele Rugani steps up to pick up the trophy, of course, because I don't know, I took Puchka out of the side to make, and he was wearing the captain's armband in the absence of actual Captain Montalivo. I'm not sure to make captain now. You guys can leave your thoughts in the comments down below if you have anyone in mind. I'm just going to keep it with Regani for the minute. He just seems like an appropriate player to give it to. Anyway, one other player I'm looking to strengthen is I want to buy in a proper backup centre-back. We don't really have a very good one right now. And we want to get rid of Christian Zapata as well. He's on the transfer list. So we're offering him part of this deal for Presnel Kimpembe of PSG, and also these other backup strikers that I could bring in, like Cesar Montes of Monterrey in Mexico. Also offer Zapata in that. Zapata plus, I think it's 2 million we offer, yes, because Zapata is valued at 6 million euros. And Same here for Davinson Sanchez of the team we just played, Ajax, offering Zapata plus, I believe, he has a higher valuation, so we offer 5 million plus Zapata. And finally, for the Uruguayan Mauricio Lemos of Las Palmas, we offer the Spanish side Zapata plus 6 million for the services of Lemos, who hasn't as high potential as he did at the start of the year when he was like 80 overall, 80 potential. Anyway, we do reject this offer from Leicester City for Regani, which is a bit cheeky, I suppose. Anyway, we get the two offers back. Las Palmas aren't interested in Zapata, but Ajax were, so we decided to pursue them. They wanted around 11 million plus Zapata. We weren't willing to offer that, so we offered them 8 million plus Zapata, and we didn't respond to Las Palmas because they just weren't interested in Zapata. So, and anyway, putting out some more player training here for the three young men, mind, because we're also training Christoforos Kyriakou. Anyway, Monterrey come back to us regarding Cesar Montes and say that they would like an increased bid for him, and we offer 5 million euros plus Christian Zapata, and then we get transfer fee for Stefan Simic, not transfer offer, a loan offer from Salerno. I think that's what that says. 1 year loan. He wasn't on the loan list. We did decide to loan him out for the year, and it wasn't going to get used anyway. Same here. Vercali take Gianfilippo Felicioli. They can take the 65 overall 19-year-old winger on loan for the year because we weren't going to use him anyway. And we do offer this contract to Cesar Montes. They accept 5 million euros plus Zapata. We get a transfer here for David Pino of 2.1 million euros from Liverpool. No way we're going to accept that. Sorry, Liverpool, because David Pino is just one of our highest prospects in the team, along with Hashim Mastor. Even though he's only the database I'm using again 81 potential, could potentially be very good. And if we train him as well, he could reach higher than that, and of course 5-star skills as well. We get a transfer for Jose Mauri, who spent last year out on loan at Empoli, 76 overall, 21 years old. And we also have a counter offer here. Everton bidding 7 million euro for Kazuka Honda. We counter offer 10 million. And Cesar Montes does accept his contract. He does come in for 5 million euros plus Christian Zapata, so he becomes our backup centre back, our primary backup centre back for Romagnoli and Regani. He's not going to play often, but we need a deeper squad than we already had because of Champions League football. And also have a look at the Youth Squad monthly report there. Valerio Mancini, I can't wait to see what this guy looks like. He's technically gifted, which means he might have very good skills, along with a certain other right midfielder that we know from the Youth Squad. Yeah, David Pino, and he's also 90 to 94 potential, so he's a higher potential than David Pino, who I believe has only potential to be 80 to 84 with stronger potential. Which I say potential a lot, don't I? Whereas 90 to 94, Valerio Mancini, we've unearthed a gem here, I'm not going to lie. He's going to be one of the best players in the team in a few years. Anyway, Everton go back to us saying 7 million or bust, we say 8 million or bust, and that more or less brings to a close today the first episode of Season 2 of the Milan Pyramid, Episode 17. We have a look at Cesar Montes' stats here, the young man, and that brings to a close this episode, guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode of the Milan Pyramid, where we take on Milan and Roma very soon.